Welcome to Win the Day. I'm Nate, your coach, filling in for Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about where the Messiah goes. We are continuing in the Gospel of John, chapter 7, verses 32 through 36, which reads, "The Pharisees heard the crowd muttering these things about him, and the chief priests and Pharisees sent officers to arrest him. Jesus then said, 'I will be with you a little longer, and then I'm going to him who sent me. You will seek me, and you will not find me. Where I am, you cannot come.' The Jews said to one another, 'Where does this man intend to go that we will not find him? Does he intend to go to the dispersion among the Greeks and teach the Greeks? What does he mean by saying, you will seek me and you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come?' The Messiah has arrived. This was Jesus of Nazareth, the Son of God, and his ministry included amazing miracles and signs and wonders. His teaching was bold and true, representing an authority unknown to the people, although it seemed so familiar to them because Jesus was sent by God and his teaching was from God. Understandably, this made Jesus a famous or infamous guy, depending on who you asked. But you didn't have to ask people. Everyone was abuzz about this miracle worker. Was he the promised Messiah? Many were beginning to believe, while others despised him. And that's where we pick up the story today. The crowds were muttering. The people were debating. Is this the Messiah? When the Messiah comes, could he possibly do more than this man? So they're beginning to believe in Jesus because of the works and the teachings he was doing. The Pharisees, who were part of the religious rulers of the time, were charged with keeping and teaching the law to the people and guiding them in the ways of God. If it were true that Jesus was the Messiah, then he must increase and they must decrease. They didn't like that. The Pharisees hated hearing so many people talk about Jesus being the Messiah. This Jesus was a sinner and a blasphemer in their eyes. He healed a man on the Sabbath and claimed to be equal to God. He had to be stopped. So they sent officers to arrest him. Jesus, of course, being God, knows all of this. He is all-knowing, seeing into the very hearts of men. He also knows the future plans of God and that he soon must leave. So he begins to teach about where he must go, and it's bittersweet. Jesus tells them, it'll only be a little while longer now, and soon it'll be all over, and I'll be gone. All the people wonder at this. They're trying to figure out what he means. Those who despise him will soon have their way. Arrested, crucified, and killed by the hands of lawless men, Jesus will give up his life for them and for the world that hates him. And then the day will come when they really need him the most, that they will seek him and they will not find him. God will give to those who despise his Son exactly what they want. And he will leave them alone because they rejected the Messiah, not only in this life, but also in the next. Where Jesus goes, they cannot follow. Not everyone makes it to heaven. Jesus goes back to the one who sent him, seated at the right hand of the throne of God, because God raised him up. But he will not raise his haters up. The good news is that Jesus was wounded for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace, and with his stripes we are healed. Only those who confess with their mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in their heart that God raised him from the dead will be saved. No one comes to the Father except through Christ. Remind yourself of that grace and mercy daily. Share this good news with the world that despises Jesus so they too can follow where the Messiah goes.